There is no greater challenge in sports than competing in an Ironman triathlon. A 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike, and a 26.2-mile marathon. The majority of athletes that choose to undertake these monumental competitions are not professionals. They are age group athletes. They come from every corner of the globe and every walk of life. The Ironman World Championship in Kona, Hawaii. This is where the sport was born. Athletes can't just sign up and compete. They must earn a spot at one of a handful of qualifying events held around the world.
You are an Ironman!
A select cast of age group athletes has been chosen to share their journey to Kona. From early training all the way through their qualifying race, they will attempt to get to the World Championship on the big island of Hawaii. Some will make their Kona dream come true, and some will not. This is the story of commitment.
This is my quest for Kona.
Perseverance.
This is my quest for Kona.
Pain.
This is my quest for Kona.
Passion.
This is my quest for Kona.
And joy that these athletes share.
This is my quest for Kona.
In their quest for Kona.
I'm going to Florianopolis to try to get a slot to Kona. In my age group, we have 8 slots and hundreds of athletes. So it's going to be a tough challenge. When the race is about to start, I'm basically like being thankful for doing things that other people wish they ever could and they can't. Every time I'm about to go on an Ironman, I'm just grateful for my family support. I'm emotional in the start line. It's magical. Being there, being part of this group, Ironman, it's not something that you do, it's something that you are. It's life. And just being thankful for being there one more time. My name is Roberto de Souza Vieira. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo, Brazil. Vitória is an island, tropical island, very pleasant, calm, a very small, big city. The lifestyle that I have and the life that I like to live, I think Vitória is perfect. I love it here. I live with my wife, Marina, and my 2-year-old daughter, Roberta. Marina is my first girlfriend. She is like my soulmate that you see in movies. Couldn't ask for anyone better to join my life the way she did. I'm just an ordinary guy who was born playing soccer in Brazil, joined the army, grew a passion for running, and fell in love with Ironman. I didn't found Ironman. I think Ironman found me. It hits you in the face. Here's where you belong. I was born playing soccer. I never played soccer anymore in my life. I just want to do Ironman. Recruited me for life. I love Ironman. I have a tattoo of Ironman in my leg. So it's something I want people to see me and say, man, that guy's an Ironman. It is, it's a lifestyle. It's something you're in it, you live it. It's not something you just go do it and get out. The Ironman is like something so particular, and the training is so particular for each and every one of us athletes. You start to make your own methods for recovery, for everything. So the dry needling for me is one of the things that I do. They hurt, but they are like good pain. They get to the fibers that you broke in your muscles. They made a healing process faster. It's very good. I like it very much.
For age group athletes like Roberto, the performance pinnacle of Ironman lies with the professional athletes. These finely tuned men and women share the same course that the age group athletes race on, but their talent is otherworldly.
Pro athletes, I call aliens. They're like so fast. They do something that you think only aliens do.
One of the most amazing comebacks in Ironman history.
They are awesome, and we're like there by their side, trying to do what they do. It's very inspirational for me. And I'm starting to feel that maybe if I keep up, I can be one of those aliens. Ironman alien, fast.
To reach otherworldly status and qualify for the World Championship in Kona, Hawaii, Roberto must first conquer Brazil and finish Ironman Florianopolis in the top 8 of his age group.
Am I crazy? No, I'm not crazy. Crazy is the guy that doesn't do the things I do. Crazy is the guy that's letting life slips away and losing the joy out of it. Crazy is the guy that doesn't do triathlon. I would say that. I'm an ordinary guy doing extraordinary stuff. I think I'm doing something bigger than me, and that thing is Ironman.
Quest for Kona is presented by Cliff, the official sports nutrition partner of the Ironman North American Series.
To get to Kona, it's like a huge step. You have to be very good, very fast. Pro athletes, the guys we watch on YouTube, on videos, they are awesome.
The 29-year-old Swiss triathlete had clocked the fastest Kona time in Ironman history.
For us as amateur triathletes, it's very inspirational. Kona, for me, I would describe as Disney World for a 5-year-old kid. That's where all the Ironman finishers want to be. They want to go. They want to be part of that.
For Roberto to get there, he must finish in the top 8 of his age group in Ironman Brazil. Getting to race day can be its own challenge.
Traveling to an Ironman, it's something very joyful because you're traveling to do something that you love. But logistically speaking, it's very, very complicated. What worries me the most in traveling for an Ironman is the bike. My bike's like a carbon fiber bike, so they are not the toughest material. If you have any damage to your bike, like any technical problem that you can't solve, you're done. When I say done, I mean like all your training, all the things that you left behind, hours without sleeping, hours without your family, thrown away because of a technical problem that was out of your hands. When you get there, the stress level, they are very high. You have to go to the athletes' meetings, you have to assemble lots of bags, transitions, special needs. When you leave your bike in bike check-in, the bike's with Ironman, your bags are with the staff. That's the moment where I start to loosen up and relax about everything. It's where I know everything's gonna be all right. And the days before the race, we see the whole Ironman community together. The Ironman village becomes like a little city full of Ironmans. Everybody understands what you're doing, understands your feelings, so we feel very at home when we arrive to the competition.
For Roberto, being among all types of Ironman athletes can bring its own surprises.
You get to be helped by a pro. I saw Lindsay Corbin. She won 5 Ironmans. She's like so fast. She's an alien.
That's when I eat breakfast, race morning, you should go for it.
She's a pro. She helped me. Very good surprise.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, totally. Good luck.
Have a nice race.
Yeah, have a good race. Good luck.
Sports superstitions exist in every athletic endeavor, and Ironman is not immune.
My first triathlon, I was with a mustache, a big, huge mustache. I took it off the next day, but it's just something that stayed, and I liked it. So people call me bigode, always, everywhere, all the time. Bigode means mustache in Portuguese. Everybody in the race is calling me bigode, go bigode, go bigode, let's go. It actually became a tradition to me. I shave my beard the night before the race and get it really cool and sharp to race day. I like it's something that gives me strength, gives me confidence, and I look very good in it online.
On race morning, nerves peak well before the sun does. Not just with age group athletes, but for the pro athletes as well. Expectations are high for fast finish times, especially for Ironman veteran Tim Don. But all athletes will have to deal with wet course conditions, which only heightens anxieties.
The tension in the air is very, very, very high. People who wants to get the Kona slots are very nervous. In Florianopolis, we start the race 1 kilometer away from the transition area. So we have like a 1 kilometer walk on the beach. You can imagine like 2,000 athletes walking in silence with their families in the dark, not talking too much. Very nervous. I love it. I love being there. I love to bring my family, to see my friends. I like to enjoy the whole journey. For me, it's joy all the way. When the race is about to start, those little final moments of silence, I want people to see anyone can do it. When you have focus, determination, when you have the will, you have support. When you have guts.
Age group athlete Roberto Vieira is in the water with just over 2,400 athletes here in Florianopolis, Brazil. There are 299 athletes competing in Roberto's age group, but there are only 8 prize qualifying spots being offered for the World Championship in Kona.
For Kona slot, I have to swim for 1 hour, 1 hour 5 at the most. But if I do get out of the water with 1:10, something like that, I'm not gonna be crushed about it.
Roberto exits the water roughly 2 minutes off his target. But with 138.2 miles left to race, there is plenty of opportunity to make up time.
In transition, I have to go. I assemble my gear now a lot better, smarter, so the transition is go, go, go. You gotta be fast. You can't eat, you can't drink. You have to get your bike and you have to get the hell out of there.
Up ahead, the professional race is meeting all expectations. Great Britain's Tim Don has been out on his bike for the last 24 minutes, chewing up the course. It seems the rainy weather isn't slowing him down at all, and he's on pace for an impressive finish if he can keep this momentum going. Beyond the professional ranks, there are many other races taking place on this course, all broken down by age group. Roberto is currently 14 minutes away from that 8th qualifying spot. Kona can still be a reality for Roberto, but he has to overcome his biggest challenge.
The bike course for me is like the most challenging part. My fears in the bike, they're mostly about technical problems. It's something out of your hands. A sport bottle can go in your wheel, your chain can break, anything. That's my biggest fear, any technical problems in the bike.
The bike course here in Florianopolis is a relatively flat 2-lap configuration. Fortunately, the rain has not brought any wind, and slick conditions are the only factor athletes need to contend with.
The first leg of the bike course for me is critical. I have to have a lot of concentration so I can keep up the good pace. I think at 35 km/h, it's something challenging and something possible. And I think for me to be competitive, I intend to do that in my first 45 kilometers going south.
But Roberto is off his mark. He's currently riding at an average of 33 km/h. The current leader in Roberto's age group is riding at 36 km/h. He needs to turn up the speed if he intends to stay in range for a Kona qualifying spot. As Roberto nears the end of the bike course, he's roughly 20 minutes back from a Kona qualifying spot. But he still has a marathon to complete. Roberto has always been a runner, and this is where he can make up precious time and distance.
The run for me is like my happy place. It's where it came from, and my confidence level on the run is great.
Digging deep is essential in Ironman. It's what separates a finisher from a competitor. Passion is often the deciding factor.
I think the difference between an ordinary guy and an alien, basically talent. You gotta be talented to do the things that they do. But if it depended on passion, I think I could get there.
Quest for Kona is presented by Cliff, the official sports nutrition partner of the Ironman North American Series. The 2017 Ironman Florianopolis, Brazil is in full swing, with just over 2,400 athletes scattered throughout the course. Roberto Vieira is making his way through Transition 2, having completed the 2.4-mile swim and 112-mile bike. Now he's on to the marathon. Roberto is trying to earn one of 8 qualifying spots being offered here for the Ironman World Championship in Kona, Hawaii this October.
I want to go to Kona. I know it's going to be hard. I'm gonna give it everything I've got.
In Ironman, it always comes down to the run. This is where Roberto needs to make up time.
Out of the 3, it's the one that my passion is bigger. People tell me like, and then you have to run 42 kilometers? And I said, no, that's it. You only have to run 42 kilometers and you're done. It's the best 42 kilometers you ever run in your life. It's so much fun, so much fun. I love it.
While Roberto tries to make up ground on the run, up ahead the professional race could be making history. Great Britain's Tim Don has put together an astounding race. He was first out of the water, held the lead throughout the bike, and is now closing in on the finish line with a record-breaking performance. Tim captures the Ironman Brazil victory with a time of 7 hours, 40 minutes, and 23 seconds, breaking the previous record by just over 4 minutes. Don earned the championship victory with an astounding 25-minute margin over the second-place finisher and will be guaranteed a slot for October's Ironman World Championship. Unfortunately, Roberto will not be joining Tim in Kona. As time and distance pass, it's clear that Roberto's pace will not be enough for a top 8 finish. His numbers just aren't there.
Ironman is not only about numbers. Numbers are important. I need them to get to Kona. But it's more than that. It's what makes us motivated. It's what makes us finish even though we're not having the best day of our life. Giving up is for the moment, but glory is for life. It's eternal. So get out there and finish it.
As the day wanes, athletes begin to pour across the line, and the Ironman finish chute comes alive. Roberto's wife and mother anxiously wait to see his face running through the arch.
When you get in the corridor or the finish line, it's magical. It's magical. It's indescribable. And you can bleed and cry because you did it. And you feel like you proved to yourself something that you don't have to prove to no one else.
When I finished the race, it was a very beautiful moment in my life, very emotional. I fell down, hit the deck. I was Ironman at the moment and just felt like I just wanted to be there and connect. I intended to get this slot in Florianopolis. I finished in 10 hours and 52 minutes. I didn't qualify for Kona. It just wasn't my day. Not getting the slot, this means keep working, keep your strength. I'm gonna get the slot to Kona, for sure. I'm an Ironman. I've accomplished amazing things. I'm not gonna stop now.